TDLR Eyelash Extension Written Exam. Guide by Lash RX. This guide is organized into key subject areas covered by the exam: safety and sanitation, TDLR laws and regulations, eyelash health and anatomy, procedures and techniques, and history and eye shapes. Section 1: Safety, Sanitation, and Disinfection. This section covers the essential practices for maintaining a safe and sterile environment, as required by law. What's the first thing you must do before performing any eyelash service? Check the client for any eye diseases. What does OSHA stand for? Occupational Safety and Health Administration. What are laws? Statutes written by federal and state governments that determine the scope of practice. What is an antiseptic? A disinfectant applied directly to minor cuts. What is a blood exposure incident? When blood comes into contact with any part of the service area or materials. What is the proper way to dispose of items after a blood exposure incident? Double bag them. What is cleaning? Removing visible debris with soap and water. What is sanitization? Reducing microbes to safe levels using products like hand sanitizer and alcohol. What is a disinfectant? A chemical process of destroying all microbes except spores and eggs, e.g. barbicide, Microban, Lysol. What is an autoclave? A device that sterilizes equipment by exposing it to saturated steam for a specific amount of time. What is decontamination method 1? The process that consists of cleaning, followed by disinfecting. What standards are included in the fluid safety standards? Use of EPA-registered hospital-grade disinfectant, or 10% bleach solution. How long should tweezers be disinfected for? 10 minutes. What is a low-level disinfectant bleach mix? 2 teaspoons of bleach per gallon of water. What is a high-level disinfectant bleach mix? 1/3 cup of bleach per gallon of water. What is the blood and fluid cleanup disinfection ratio, aka 10% bleach? 1 3/4 cups of bleach per gallon of water. What can be used to clean tweezers with leftover adhesive? Acetone. Section 2: TDLR Laws, Regulations, and Licensing. This section covers the administrative and legal requirements for operating as a licensed professional in Texas. What do state regulatory agencies do? Exist to protect salon and spa professionals and protect consumer health, safety, and welfare while they receive services. They also regulate licensing. How many hours are required to complete the eyelash extensions course? 320 hours. When must you renew your license? Every 2 years. How often are salons inspected? Once every 2 years. What is the amount of hours required for continuing education CE? 4 hours. How many days do you have to correct any modifications required after an inspection? 10 days. How many days are given to notify TDLR of an address or name change? 30 days. How do you turn an inactive license into an active one? Fill out a form and pay a $25 fee. Section 3: Eyelash Health, Anatomy, and Disorders. This section focuses on the structure of the eye and common conditions a technician might encounter. What is the mucous membrane? The lining of various body cavities, including the nose, ears, and mouth. What is the conjunctiva? The mucous membrane that covers the front of the eye and lines the inside of the eyelids. What is the bulbar conjunctiva? The large white area of the eye. What is the palpebral conjunctiva? The inside lining of the eyelid. The 2 glands at the edge of the eye are the Zeiss gland and the meibomian gland. What are the 3 phases of the natural lash cycle? Anagen, growth; catagen, transition; telogen, resting, shedding. What is the approximate eyelash growth cycle duration? 30 to 60 days. What is matarosis, loss of eyelashes? Common eye and skin disorders. What is conjunctivitis, pink eye? Inflammation of the conjunctiva. What makes bacterial conjunctivitis different from viral conjunctivitis? Bacterial conjunctivitis is extremely contagious and commonly has white or pus discharge. What is trichiasis? When eyelashes grow inward. What is a corneal ulcer? Scarring and a hazy spot on the cornea. What is a corneal abrasion? A scrape or scratch on the cornea. What is one of the most common ways to cause a corneal abrasion during service? The under eye patch being too close to the eyelid. What is a stye? Inflammation of the sebaceous gland, Zeiss gland. What is a chalazion? A cyst, due to a blockage of the meibomian gland, appears oily and clear. What is blepharitis? Overpopulation of lash mites causing matarosis, eyelashes to fall out. What is ectropion? Outward turning of the eyelid. What is dry eye syndrome? Age-related decrease in tear production. What is contact dermatitis? An inflammation caused by contact with a substance or chemical. What is ocular herpes? Herpes of the eye. What is psoriasis? A common skin condition causing thick red skin with. Section 4. Procedures, techniques, and products. This section covers the tools, ingredients, and steps involved in the application process. Client consultation and preparation. What is a consent form? A written agreement between the client and the technician. How does one perform a patch test? Place a small amount of glue behind the ear, or place a small amount on the outer ends of the eye and leave on for 24 hours. What do eye patches do? Protect the lower lashes from adhesive. Tools and products. What is the main ingredient found in most eyelash extension adhesives? Cyanoacrylate. Where should adhesives be kept? In a cool, dark, sealed container. What is a removal solution? A liquid or gel that dissolves adhesive. What are straight tweezers good for? Holding the side lashes away from the main isolated lash. Isolation. What are curved tweezers used for? Isolating the lash that you will be placing an eyelash extension on. What is a long-chain polymer? A chain of smaller molecular units that comprise long strands of attached monomers. This relates to the adhesive curing process. What is isolation? Isolating one natural lash from its neighboring lashes. What is separation? The action of moving lashes apart. How far should an extension be from the root/skin? 1 millimeter. How often should you separate lashes during the service? At least 4 times throughout the service. Section 5. History and eye face shapes. This section covers basic history and which styles complement different facial features. History. Who was D.W. Griffith? The inventor of fake eyelashes in 1916 for his film. Who was Charles Nessler? A stylist and chemist who filed a patent for artificial eyelashes in 1921. Where did modern lash extensions begin? South Korea. Eye and face shape, styling guides. Eye/face shape, best eyelash style recommendation. Almond eyes, most common shape. Best with an open eye look. Round eyes. Lightweight and less curl needed. Deep set eyes. Open and wispy, more curl. Close set eyes. Longer lengths concentrated at the outer ends. Protruding eyes. Supernatural styles, hooded eyes. Long lashes with length focused at the center of the eye. Wide set eyes. Slightly longer extensions in inner corners. Wispy or doll eyes. Droopy eyes. Anything but a cat eye style. Oval face. Looks good with any style. Square face. Open eye, long extensions in the center. Round face. Add height/length by concentrating longer extensions around the middle of the eye. Longer face. A cat eye style. Inverted triangle face. Cat eye style or an even application of lengths. Triangle face. Best with a full arrangement of extensions. Cat eye or doll eye.